already in this young season. I had the opportunity to see Model play against Chattooga in a game on Friday night, and for about 3.5 quarters in that game, it was a really close game, and then Chattooga just kind of wore them down and took over the game the final few minutes of that third quarter and pretty much all of the final quarter of the basketball game. So looking forward to seeing Armuchee. I've not seen them play this year. I've heard a lot of good things, so definitely know that both of these teams, Model Lady Blue Devils head coach Sally Eccles, as well as Armuchee Lady Indians coach Michelle Art, great basketball coaches, do a lot of great things in terms of preparing their teams for games and being ready. So I expect these two teams to be ready to go here in just about 7 minutes when we get ready to resume the tournament. But anyway, glad you're with us here for our coverage. We will try to get an update from the other gym. I don't have access to talk to a tremendous amount of people where I'm at here at the game because of social distancing and things of that nature. I did have the opportunity to run down to the scorer's table to get the starting lineups, fortunately, for this next game. But as far as trying to track down that other score, I haven't had an opportunity to do that. But I can tell you that here inside the new gym, we just saw the Chattooga Indians win 49-39 over the Coosa Eagles. So Chattooga moves on, and we'll play the winner of the Woodland Rome boys game, which was taking place at the same time as our game over at the other gym. So I'm pretty sure that one's probably over now, and we'll see if we can round up a score and tell you who Chattooga is going to play tomorrow coming up in just a few minutes. But again, you have going head-to-head Armuchee and Model in this game coming up here in just a few minutes, and we're going to get started just about right on time. That's pretty awesome. When you're in a tournament setting and you're rocking along, we've already had 2 games in this gym today, and we're tracking pretty much right on time. So this one's going to tip off right around 7 o'clock. But the winner of this game, Armuchee and Model, is going to take on the winner of the game that will be going on here at the same time at the main gym between Rome and Unity. And that was a new addition to the bracket just a day or so ago because we had some shifting around of the tournament brackets because Coosa and Pepperell girls could not play in the tournament any longer. And then the Cartersville boys and girls team, they pulled out of the tournament as well. And I'm assuming that all those cases had some to do with quarantines and things of that nature. I don't know the details, so that's about all I can say about that. But nonetheless, those 3 teams pulled out, so they needed another girls team to step up and play. And so Unity is going to be filling that role, and they'll certainly have their hands full with an athletic team from Rome. You've got, Unity playing up against a 6A GHSA team, but definitely want to tip my cap to them for being willing to step up and help fill out the rest of the bracket so we can get everything going with this basketball tournament. But we are glad to be with you again from inside the Armuchee gym, the brand new gym. It's beautiful. If you've not seen it yet and you're coming to the tournament, man, you're going to be fired up when you see this gym. They got seat backs for every single seat in the house. The floor is beautiful. They've got a state-of-the-art sound system in here. This is top-notch. They did everything right with this gym. There's no question about it. So coming up at halftime, we're also going to be joined by a special guest. We're going to hear from the principal of Armuchee High School. Obviously, Armuchee hosting this tournament this year, which is pretty unusual. So excited about getting the opportunity to talk to him. So what we're going to do is we're going to send it back to the studio for a timeout. You are with us here on WLAQ and also the live video stream. We got about 4 minutes until tip-off, so we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes and come back and give you the starting lineups and get you ready for tip-off. It's the Armuchee Lady Indians, the Model Lady Blue Devils coming up in the first round of the Christmas tournament when we come back on WLAQ. All right, we're about ready for this game to begin, and it feels funny not being able to say for this game to tip off from inside the new gym at Armuchee High School because, well, they're not tipping off games in 2020. Everything looks different, including how the games begin. The visiting team, what happens is the visiting team inbounds the ball to start the game and starts on offense. So that's what we're going to see take place coming up here in just a few moments. But to talk about the history of these two teams playing in this tournament, and let me tell you, both of these teams certainly have a rich history of success in this tournament, as well as playing each other for a great period of time. You've seen some pretty good battles between these two teams, but of course the Armuchee Lady Indians have had some success over the years in the tournament, winning 4 gold balls. They would win them back-to-back in 2000, 2001, also won in 98 and 1996. And the Model Lady Blue Devils, they have 14 gold balls. The last one was in 2018. They went back-to-back in 2015 and 2016. And then the list goes on and on. We'll tell you more details about the history as we go along. But right now we got to give you the starting lineups because we're almost set to begin here tonight. Model's going to be wearing their blue uniforms with black numbers and letters, and then Armuchee's going to be wearing their white uniforms with blue and black numbers and letters. And we are just about ready to roll. But for Model, of course, their head coach is Sally Eccles. This is her 16th season at the helm. She's made the playoffs 14 times out of those 16 seasons, including back-to-back-to-back semifinal runs from 17, 18, and 19. And they were the runners-up back in 2009 in the state tournament. But we'll start with number 14, Morgan Wood. Then we'll go to number 20, Sydney Colburn. Number 22, Ansley Kugler. Number 24, Montana Moats, and number 32, Madison Moats. That's your starting 5 for the Model Lady Blue Devils. For the Armuchee Lady Indians playing at home tonight, head coach Michelle Arp. You have number 11, Julia Williams, number 12, Chloe Purdy, number 14, Ariana Dozier, 15, Kylie Boswell, and number 23, Olivia Moses. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about to have the start of this basketball game. Really looking forward to it. 8 minutes on the clock here to start the first period. Model is the visiting team in this particular basketball game, so they will open up the game on offense. They inbound the ball. Now they've got it working it around the perimeter, trying to set the tone for this basketball game. They were going to feed it out to the right wing side. There's a long shot. That one's going to be short, no good. And the ball is tipped out of bounds by the Lady Indians, so Model is going to inbound, retaining possession underneath their own basket. Just underway here in the girls' bracket from inside the new Armuchee Gymnasium. It's only been open for a couple of seasons. Here's a long three-point look. That one won't fall. And now the ball is going to be picked up. Here comes Armuchee down the other end. Dozier with it. She's going to dribble in, puts up a shot. That's off the glass, no good. That was Julia Williams. Check it. And that is a travel. It's going to be called before the shot. So we're going to see Model inbound the ball as we see who will open up the scoring here in this basketball game. We're scoreless with 7:25 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Across the timeline goes Dozier, wrong team. We're with Model now. The blue is going to get confusing, I got to tell you. Ball is stolen away by Wood. Wood has got it. It's going to pass it away to Ansley Kugler. Kugler goes to the top of the key, feeds it back off to Morgan Wood. Wood back over to Moats on the far side, and here comes Model into the paint. Shot up and not going to go there for the Lady Blue Devils. Model keeps possession of the ball, though. They may get another chance here in a moment. Nope, stolen away. Good hands by Kylie Boswell, who picks it off. And we have a whistle as she crosses the timeline, and that is going to be against the Model Lady Blue Devils. So Armuchee's going to inbound the ball from the opposite side of the floor in front of the scorer's table, and now they go across the timeline with it as Chloe Purdy. Purdy dribbles in, passes it off to the left wing side, and Julia Williams. Ball nearly stolen away by Model. Here comes Armuchee into the paint and driving in. That is going to be a player control violation, foul, a charge there for the Armuchee Lady Indians, and that will be a turnover as Model's going to get the ball back. That goes against Dozier. Yep, Dozier. So here comes Model across the timeline. Dribbling with it is going to be Morgan Wood. Wood feeds it off to the left wing side. Now they got it over into the corner. Back over the other way on the far side. With it is Colburn. Colburn on the right wing dribbles in, loses the handle on it. It is picked up by Julia Williams. Armuchee on the other end. Williams driving towards the basket. Nice pass down low, shot up, no good. We remain scoreless with 6 minutes and 1 second left on the clock here in the opening period between the Lady Blue Devils and the Lady Indians. But going to the free throw line, looking to change the scoreless part of that sentence, is going to be Olivia Moses, who is at the charity stripe as we speak. And she will be shooting 2, of course. With the foul is Morgan Wood. That's the first foul of the basketball, or excuse me, the first foul for her of the basketball game. Shot up, and it is good for Moses. So the score is going to be 1-0 in favor of the Indians. Dribbling to the left side is Model. Now they put up a shot, no good for Colburn. Ball is knocked loose, goes out of bounds. It's staying with the Lady Blue Devils. We've been broadcasting a lot of football up until a couple of weeks ago, and I got used to saying it's a great weather night for football, but it's always great weather for basketball because, well, we're inside, and it sure is nice because we kind of had a yucky, cool, rainy day out there. Glad we're broadcasting from indoors. Here is a layup there for Julia Williams. First basket of the night for her. Indians jump to a 3-0 lead over the Lady Blue Devils. Lady Blue Devils with it on the other end. Nice layup there on the run out from Julia Williams. Over on the right wing side, here's a long look at a 3. That would have tied things up, but it doesn't go. Here come the Lady Indians after a one-and-done trip for the Lady Blue Devils. Shot off the glass by Dozier, no good. And the ball is loose on the floor, picked up by Moats, Montana Moats. You got to be specific there because there are 2 Moats on the floor right now. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound is going to be taken by Model. With the ball is going to be Morgan Wood. She's over on the right wing side, almost tied up there by Julia Williams. And now Model working around the perimeter. They get over in the corner. There's a corner 3, no good. Rebound is going to be taken by Model's Ansley Kugler. Now they get it down low to Colburn. She's standing close to the low block on the far side. Model working from right to left on your radio dial. With the ball now is Madison Moats. Almost picked off, but hanging on to it's Montana Moats. Montana at the top of the key, driving down into the paint. She'll put up the shot. And that is the first basket of the night for the Blue Devils. Montana Moats opens up the scoring for the Blue Devils. 3-2, Lady Indians on top by 1. 4:11 left here, first quarter. Across the timeline goes Julia Williams, dribbling to the right. She's going to feed it over into the right wing side. Couple steps forward, shot up, no good. Rebound is going to be taken by the Indians on the long bounce off the rim. Here's another shot. That one won't fall. So a couple looks for the Indians, but they come up empty. Here comes the Lady Blue Devils on the other end, dribbling with it across the timelines. Montana Moats feeds it off to Madison Moats. She goes in, tries to shoot. Doesn't make the basket, but she's going to the charity stripe. So right now, Lady Indians lead this one 3-2, but with Moats at the free throw line, Model could tie this game right here with this free throw shot. And it is up off the front of the rim, no good. She'll get another chance here in just a moment as substitutions come in for both teams, I believe. So we'll give you a check on who's on the floor in just a moment. But right now we're waiting on Madison Moats to shoot her second free throw. It's in the air, and it is good. Nothing but net. So we have a tie ball game. 3 apiece. 3:46 left to go here in the opening period. And we told you earlier, if you were listening to the pregame, these teams have faced each other twice already this year. The first time was in November on the 23rd. Model lost 52-30. The last time they faced each other a couple weeks ago, it was a 4-point game. Banking it in is going to be Olivia Moses there for the Lady Indians, and they have regained the lead after breaking the tie. 5-3 Lady Indians. Lady Blue Devils trailing right now by 2. Here they go into the paint. Ragland shoots. That one's going to rattle around the rim and in. That's her first points of the game, and we're tied up again. 5-all. 3:10 left here opening quarter. Lady Indians dribble across the A on their home floor, going to the right wing side to Boswell. Kylie Boswell with the ball. Passes it away over to Williams. Williams dribbling, passes it to Purdy, and nearly picked off by this Model defense. Almost had her trapped, and that's going to be a whistle and a foul that's going to be charged against Model. 2:53 left here in the first quarter. Armuchee and Model girls facing off here in the first round. And we're all knotted up at 5 apiece. Here's a shot off the inbound pass, and that was good for Olivia Moses. She's having a big first quarter. She's got 5 points for the Lady Indians. It's a 7-5 game in favor of the Lady Indians. Here's Ragland for the Blue Devils on the other end. Is going to feed it off to Shinholster, who came in off the bench. Ragland in also off the bench. Now they're going to roll it over to Montana Moats, who's at the top of the key, trying to get it down low as a backdoor cut was made by Morgan Wood, but it's picked off by the Indians. Here come the Lady Indians on the other side, off the glass, no good. It's a one-and-done trip for Armuchee. Here comes Ragland for Model down the other end, gives it to Shinholster. Shinholster feeds it over to Morgan Wood. There's a long look at a three-point shot, rattles in. That was Montana Moats. She's got 5 points, and the Lady Blue Devils lead it 8-7. We're down to the 2-minute mark here of the first quarter of play. Fun game already. I'm loving it. Here comes Julia Williams. Feeds it off to the left wing side. Bailey Tomlin. And it's weird to me right now that these two teams, they're not in the same region anymore. Not even in the same classification. There's a long look at a three-point shot for Armuchee. No good. They get the long rebound now, working it around the perimeter. They'll drive towards the lane, kick it back out. Creates what I thought was going to be a good look, but the defense came in quick, opted not to shoot. Shot from inside the paint, no good. And we're going to have a whistle by one of the officials. 1:26 left to go in the first quarter. Lady Blue Devils with a narrow 8-7 lead over the Lady Indians, and we'll have some substitutions coming into the game for both teams. Going to have a ton of basketball over the next few days. If you hear the excitement in my voice, it's real, I can tell you that. Can't get enough round ball. Shot up, no good. Here comes the shot off the glass. And we're going to have another whistle. I believe she stepped on the end line, so inbounding the ball is going to be Model. Handling the inbound duties will be Shinholster. She's going to feed it in to Maya Ragland. 8-7 your score. Model over Armuchee here in this girls' game. Our boys' game to conclude the night coming up in just a little bit. Should be a good one, too. It's going to be the Pepperell and Armuchee boys. Shot off the side of the iron, no good. It goes out of bounds. But it was tipped by one of the Armuchee players, so it's going to stay with the Model Lady Blue Devils, who lead it by 8-7, 1:08 left first quarter. Really interesting night here tonight at this tournament, as watching the different protocols, social distancing, mask wearing. They usher the fans out of the gym between games because you can only have 25% capacity for the tournament games. And it's just been really interesting as an observer of that. This is just such a different year in every capacity, just about. 46 seconds left to go here in the opening period. Model with the ball in a 1-point lead. They've got it, making a move towards the paint. They're going to feed it back out to the left wing side to Madison Moats. Now a long shot from Montana on the other side after the pass from her sister. Tied up, we're going to have a jump ball. This time the possession arrow goes with Armuchee. So good job as Chloe Purdy came in and tied that ball up and gave her team possession of the basketball. So Armuchee brings it down the floor. Julia Williams running the point, goes off the left wing side. Thought about taking a three-point shot. Thought twice about it, passes it away. Now they'll kick it back out to the right wing side. Good look there, but that one's not going to fall. But the rebound's taken by Armuchee. But then on a pass attempt, it's stolen away. Here's Shinholster putting it up, no good. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Model, so this one's coming back to the Indians. 4.1 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Model 8, Armuchee 7, and this is in the girls' bracket. Model with the ball. There's a long three-point look. That one's in and out, no good, and time expires to end the first quarter. So at the end of one, again, Model Lady Blue Devils 8, Armuchee Lady Indians 7, a 1-point game. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back for the second quarter after these messages. Model inbounds the ball, leading this one by 1 as we start the second quarter. Shot up, no good. Rebound taken by Julia Williams of Armuchee. Almost had her pocket picked by Colburn for Model, and the ball goes out of bounds. And also Montana Moats hits the deck. So right now Armuchee set to inbound the ball in front of the Model bench on the far side. Armuchee working from left to right in their white uniforms tonight. 8-7 is the score. This has been quite a battle so far. 7:40 left to go here in the first half, and the pass is going to be picked off. Nobody was there for Armuchee, and grabbing it is Montana Moats. Look what I found. Lady Blue Devils with the ball on the other end. Now they're going to feed it off to the right wing side. Three-point look, nothing but net. That was a great shot. Did a good job getting her feet set and knocked it home. It's 11-7. Lady Blue Devils on top. Across the timeline is Chloe Purdy for the Lady Indians, who now trail this game by 4 points, largest deficit of the night. Over to the right wing side, three-point look, a little too strong on that one. And the rebound's going to be picked up by Chloe Purdy, who kind of flings it over to Julia Williams, and a whistle's going to be blown, and that's going to be a turnover for the Lady Indians. So Model's getting the ball back. They've got a little momentum here and a 4-point lead with 7:01 left to go here in the second quarter. Coming across the timeline is going to be Morgan Wood, and she will dribble to the left side, feeding it over to Ansley Kugler. Kugler to Wood to Moats. Now the other Moats on the far wing side. It's picked off. Dozier's got it, or Boswell, I should say, who picked it off, dribbles in, puts it up, misses the layup, but here comes the follow-up, and it is good for Olivia Moses. She now has 7 points, and that cuts it to 2, 11-9. Lady Blue Devils up by 2, but Lady Indians battling back. On the other end go the Lady Blue Devils. Now to the left wing side. Long three-point look. What a shot from Montana Moat. She's got 3 three-pointers here in this first half, and she helps her team to a 5-point lead. So 14-9, just like that. That was a big-time shot. She's zeroed in. You got to get her the ball if you're Model for sure. Three-point shot on the other side by Julia Williams. That's going to cut into that Model lead and make it a 2-point game, 14-12. Here's another shot on the other end. That one won't go. Dribbling on the baseline was Montana Moats. Picks up her dribble, feeds it out to Madison Moats. She's now going to get the ball over into the hands of Ansley Kugler. Kugler to Montana Moats. Moats goes in, shoots, and scores. She's having a big game. 16-12 is your score. 4-point lead for the Lady Blue Devils. 5:30 left, second quarter. Across the timeline is Julia Williams. Williams dribbling. Kicks it out to the right wing side to Boswell. Puts it up, no good. One and done trip. Here comes Model on the other end. Montana Moats with it and dribbling across the timeline. She'll set up the offense. Now passes over to the right wing side to Morgan Wood. Almost to the 5-minute mark. Madison Moats with the ball in her hands on the left wing side. Dribbling up top. She's going to feed it into Montana, but it's picked off by Kylie Boswell, doing a great job defensively. Both of these teams playing at a high level in this game so far. Here comes Armuchee into the paint, trying to put up a shot. No good, but does a good job getting fouled, and going to the charity stripe is going to be Julia Williams. So Williams with an opportunity here for Armuchee to cut into this Model lead. Let's see what she'll do. Foul was charged to Ansley Kugler. Here's the shot. That one's off the back of the iron, no good. The rim so far tonight in both of the games that I've seen has not been kind as far as the free throw shooting has been concerned. It's been kind of tough. I was that way in the boys game we just watched. There's the next shot. That one's no good as well. Rebound is going to be taken by Model. Here they come down the other end. We're talking about Julia Shinholster. She's going to feed it off to the left wing side. Tries to get it inside to Abby Henderson, who cut into the paint. It's picked off by Armuchee on the other end. Took a couple of steps too many on that one as she was trying to lay it in. That'll be a turnover, and Model gets the ball back with a 4-point lead. 16-12 your score. This is the Model Lady Blue Devils playing here against the Armuchee Lady Indians in the first round of the Christmas tournament in the girls bracket. Ragland with it on the left wing side. Now she'll get it over to Shinholster, back over to the right wing to Wood. Gets it down low to Henderson, who tries to post up, kicks it back out to Montana Moats, in and out on the three-point attempt. It'll be picked up by Ariana Dozier, who's got it on the other end, puts up a quick shot, no good. Montana Moats is there for the rebound for Model. Almost to the 4-minute mark with Model leading at 16-12. Here come the Lady Blue Devils. They're on the left wing side. Ragland driving in. And the ball gets away from her, but it looks like we're going to see her going to the charity stripe after being fouled. She was in a shooting motion. So Tamaya Ragland with an opportunity for some points here from the charity stripe after being fouled by Julia Williams. First shot is up. That one's going to be way short. We'll get ready for the next one. So 16-12 Model over Armuchee here in our first girl. Well, that's actually our second girls game. We were supposed to have, we had a mix-up of games a little bit earlier. There's a shot, and it is going to be missed on the free throw attempt. No good. Rebound's going to be taken by Armuchee. Bailey Tomlin's going to bring it down the floor. Nope, she's going to leave it off for Kylie Boswell. Boswell passes it over to the left wing side. There's a quick shot, no good. Rebound's going to be taken by the Model Lady Blue Devils, and specifically Madison Moats, who leaves it off for Kugler, who goes in, shoots, and misses. And now Armuchee gets the rebound. Here we come back the other end in transition, going into the paint, putting up the shot. It's no good for Armuchee, but Armuchee may get another crack at it as Bailey Tomlin went in and grabbed it after the missed shot. So both teams really battling on both ends of the floor here in this basketball game. They feed it inside, posting up, shooting, no good. Rebound's going to be taken by Boswell as Indians doing a good job crashing the boards here on this end of the floor. But they'll get a few looks, come up empty as Abby Henderson picks up the rebound, boxes out, and here come the Lady Blue Devils down the other end, leading it by 4. Ragland backs her way in, kicks it back out. There's a long three-point look, and that one's going to go in for Madison Moats, her first three-pointer of the night. She has 4 points, and now Model leads this one by 7. Largest lead of the night for either team. Lady Blue Devils 19, Lady Indians 12. 2:40 left to go in the first half. Bless you, Mr. Corbin. Armuchee dribbles in. Ball gets loose off her leg, goes out of bounds, and so Model's going to get the ball back with a 7-point lead. We're 2.5 minutes away until we get to the halftime period. At halftime, we are going to be joined by the Armuchee principal. We'll tell you more about that in just a couple of minutes, but a lot of action taking place here in this first half. Barely have a moment to catch our breath. With the ball is Madison Moats, or excuse me, Montana Moats, I should say. Shot up is no good. Model is going to battle for it, and I think we just saw a foul that was called, but it's staying with Model as Montana Moats gets set to inbound the ball. We're going to have a couple of subs come in here for Armuchee. Checking in is Olivia Moses, and there was one other too. I'll see if I can pick her up in a minute. But right now, Model's going to shoot a long three. That was a little out of range. And now they'll get another look, though. Got her feet set, put it up, no good. Rebound is going to be taken by Bailey Tomlin. And we're going to have another whistle. And this time it's going to be on Madison Moats, and she has quickly picked up a couple of fouls in this game. So that'll be something certainly to keep an eye on. Dribbling are the Indians. It goes off one of the shoes of one of the Model Lady Blue Devils, goes out of bounds. So staying with Armuchee as we get ready for the inbound pass from Chloe Purdy. And you will see the officials, if you're watching on the video, they stand very far away from the players and bounce it to them as they get ready to inbound the ball, and that is a traveling call on Armuchee. So that'll be a turnover. Blue Devils 19, Lady Indians 12. We've got 1:44 left to go here in this first half of play. Across the timeline goes Maddie Bray. That wasn't Bray, it was Shinholster. For Model, I was looking at the wrong roster. Now with it, it's Williams as it's picked off. Here comes Williams on the other end into the paint. Nice pass, shot off the glass in the finish for Chloe Purdy, but you got to give a lot of credit to Julia Williams for setting that up on the pass, and then again Purdy for the finish. So 19-14, a 5-point game. We got 1:15 left to go here in the first half of play. We are almost at halftime, folks. This one's going by pretty quickly because it's pretty exciting game we have for you here. It's what it's all about here at the Christmas tournament. Great matchups. Get to see local teams go head-to-head in a matchup like this. Certainly rivals over the years. There's no question about it. So we're going to see Montana Moats inbound the ball for Model with Model leading this one by 5 points. Moats with it over on the left wing side, dribbles in, tries to shoot. Has her shot affected by the defense there of Armuchee. Julia Williams with the ball. She'll work her way across the timeline, directing traffic, running the point. She goes back to the top of the key, feeds it off to the right wing side to Duke, who came in off the bench. We're down to 50 seconds. And the three-point shot is going to be good for Julia Williams. She's got 2 threes here in the second quarter, and now Armuchee cuts it to 2. We got a 19-17 game in favor of Model. Ball stolen away. Here comes Julia Williams across the timeline, feeds it down low. This time the defense gets back quick and shuts off the passing lane, knocks the ball out of bounds, but we are going to see Chloe Purdy going to the free throw line. Foul was charged on Shinholster for Model. She's picked up 2. Here's the shot. That one's in and out, no good. Get ready for the next free throw. We talked about how the rim has not been kind on the free throw shot so far in the tournament, at least in the games taking place in the new gym. Next shot, that one won't go either. And we're going to see Model inbound the ball now after somebody stepped over the line. So 19-17, 32.8 seconds left here in the first half. And again, glad you're with us for coverage of the 67th annual Seven Hills Rotary Rome News Tribune Christmas basketball tournament. I know a lot of people were wondering if this was going to be able to take place this year, and I, for one, am really glad to be here. I couldn't imagine not having this tournament. 11 seconds left to go on the clock with Model leading by 2. They have the ball. Fighting for the last shot of the half, it looks like. Colburn's got it. It's going to feed it back out. That's a long 3. That's not going to go, and time expires. So at the end of our first half, Model has got the lead in this one, and they lead it 19-17. So we're going to take a break again. Model 19 to Armuchee 17 here in the girls bracket. We're going to step out for a few minutes, and coming up during our halftime period, we're going to have an interview with the Armuchee principal. So we'll get ready for that, and we'll come back here in just a few minutes live from Armuchee High School.
This year's event sponsor is Riverside Auto Group. At Riverside Auto Group, we make it easy, with locations in Cartersville and Rome. Additional sponsors include Waters & Associates Landscaping, Summit Hill Foods, Hardy Realty, and the Lewis Chemical Company. Beneficiaries of this year's tournament are the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northwest Georgia, local high school athletic programs, student scholarships at Georgia Highlands College, international student scholarship at Berry College, the new Learning Center at Anna K. Davey Elementary School, Laws of Life Essay Contest at Rome High School, Region 1 Star Student Teacher Recognition Program, Georgia Northwestern Technical College Student and Faculty of the Year, Rome Floyd County Respect for Law Awards, a partnership with the Noon Optimist Club honoring local law enforcement officers. Ticket sales to this year's event were greatly reduced because of COVID-19 capacity restrictions. To help offset the costs of this year's tournament, please consider making a charitable donation to the Seven Hills Rotary Club. You can donate using the Venmo app on your smart device. Simply download the app and create an account. Then search for @7Hills Rotary Club and make your donation. See the description below for additional details. Thank you for watching this broadcast and for supporting the 7 Hills Rotary Club and its beneficiaries.
You guys have really stepped up hosting this tournament this year in such an unusual year. So first of all, how did it come about that Armuchee would host the tournament? You got great facilities, of course. I know that's one thing.
Well, I think, yes, it obviously all started with, the splice that passed a few years ago and us having the opportunity to build this facility. I think it was an opportunity for our community to kind of see the things that we can do with those special purpose tax dollars, and we just have a great opportunity to be able to reach out to those community members and kind of show like this is what we can do with those kinds of things. So having the ability to really kind of bring everybody on one campus, I think in this scenario was the best thing that we could do. So it just kind of fit, honestly, for everything that we were wanting to try to do this year. So everything could be on one campus. We could talk about, people not having to drive back and forth across town, not mixing as much. So, the Rotarians reached out to us and we said, hey, we would love to be able to help out in any way that we can. Obviously, our superintendent, Dr. White, was gracious enough to say, yeah, let's go for it. We want kids to be able to play basketball. So
no question about it, and that's been one of the things that's been interesting to watch transpire over the course of the pandemic, and everything that people have had to deal with is trying to adapt and adjust and find ways to move forward. And, of course, one of the things that's different about this tournament is the capacity. You're running at 25% in each of the gyms, and not only that, it's very interesting to watch everybody be ushered out at the end of each game and then watch the fans come back in. That has been one of the most unusual things that I have seen at the tournament so far, but it's necessary.
Well, the big thing that we wanted to try to do with that, when Rotarians decided we need to talk about doing something to be responsible too. We want to make sure that we're being responsible to the community. And so the other thing that we wanted to look at was, okay, like people, parents need to have an opportunity to watch their kids. So if we're going to do that, we need to make sure that we're giving parents an opportunity to come in, watch their children play. A lot of these kids are seniors. A lot of these juniors, we did a lot to recognize last year's 2020 seniors. But these juniors, this year's seniors, they were juniors last spring. They lost spring sports. And everything this year for them has been so much different. So anything that we could do to give those parents the opportunity to watch their kids and really just be able to let the kids play some basketball and have an opportunity to do some things that they love. Because so many kids, they come to school because they want to learn. They do all those things. But a lot of them, extracurriculars are the things that kind of hold them. And it helps them get through those classes and all those things. So we're just excited to be able to do it. We're excited to be able to do it in a safe way. We've got hand sanitizer. We're fogging locker rooms, kids wearing masks all over the place. So we're trying to do everything we can to make sure that everybody is safe, but we're just excited to be able to do it.
We've only got a couple of minutes left until we start the second half, but in our last couple of minutes, let's shift gears and talk about the game. Obviously, that was a very good first half, highly contested by both teams, 19-17. Model Lady Blue Devils on top of the Armuchee Lady Indians, but I got a feeling we're going to see a special second half, don't you think?
I certainly hope so. On the white side, anyway. I'm going to be a little bit of
your bias. You're the principal.
I'm going to be a little bit of a homer there, but again, I think they're two great programs, two very history programs, and both of the coaches are so passionate about everything they do. Coach Arp, shout out to her. Coach Eccles, shout out to her as well. I mean, both of the programs just have so much history, and these young ladies, anytime you see modeling Armuchee on a court, they're getting after it, so we're excited about it too.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time. We've been joined by the principal out here at Armuchee, Principal Rotary. Did I say that twice, right?
Yes, sir. You're good. You're close enough. It's a tough one.
I always tell people when I'm broadcasting the games or doing interviews or anything like that, if you get one thing right, please get people's names right. You really want to do that.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's been a pleasure catching up with you and talking to you. I wish we had a little bit more time to chat, but we got to get ready for some more round ball.
That's okay. Sometimes it's hard to get me to hush. So.
Well, I hear you. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and look forward to chatting with you some more throughout the tournament.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. Well, we're going to take another break here on WLAQ. Glad you're with us here tonight for the 67th Annual Seven Hills Rotary Rome News Tribune Christmas Basketball Tournament from Armuchee High School. It is 19-17. Armuchee trailing model right now, but by 2 points, and we'll be back in 30 seconds for the second half. We'll be back. Well, we are back here on the broadcast, and I've been calling it the Armuchee Gym here, and that is the official name of it, but I was just told by the principal as we wrapped up our conversation, they would certainly change the name of the gym to something specific if a sponsor wanted to step up and sponsor the naming of the gym. So just something to keep in your back pocket if you got a little money there and you want to support this gym and, of course, the things going on at Armuchee High School. But, again, it was great to catch up with Principal Rodemer here from Armuchee High School. It's a pleasure to get the opportunity to talk to him on the broadcast as Armuchee hosts this tournament for the first time in a very unusual circumstance. It's been great to watch them step up, and it's been a great venue so far here in the first night. Well, we're underway now with our third period, 19-17. Model Lady Blue Devils come out of the locker room with a 2-point lead. Lady Indians with the ball now trying to battle in this game. This has been a highly contested game throughout. It's been a tremendous amount of fun. Armuchee with the ball on the far side over in the right wing. They'll dribble in, shot up, no good. Rebound's going to be picked up by the Model Lady Blue Devils. They're going to feed it down to Moats, who dribbles down towards the low block, kicks it back out to her sister. That's going to be a long three, no good. Montana with it again, puts it up, and that is going to fall. So the first basket of the second half goes to the Model Lady Blue Devils. They are up by 4, 21-17, 7:08 remains here in the third quarter. Dribbling across the timeline is going to be Julia Williams, as Armuchee now with possession of the basketball here early in our third quarter. Shot up, no good. That was off the hands of Boswell. Got her feet set, looked like she had a good look at it, but just couldn't knock it down. Here's Model on the other end. One more game after that. It's going to be a good one, I think. It's going to be Pepperell and Armuchee boys. And we are going to have a jump ball possession arrow. It's going to go with Armuchee this time. So they will get ready to work their way down the floor. As inbounding the ball is going to be Chloe Purdy after a socially distanced bounce from one of the officials. So 6:40 left here, third quarter. Blue Devils 21, Indians 17 in the girls bracket. Lady Indians with it, dribbling off the left wing side. They'll feed it down to the low block. Nothing there except for a lot of Model Lady Blue Devils defenders. A shot up, no good. Rebound's pulled down by Chloe Purdy. Purdy is out on the left wing side now with it. It's going to feed it to Julia Williams, who will set up the offense at the top of the key, feeding it off now to Kylie Boswell. Boswell feeds it into the corner to Purdy. Now back up top, now to the left wing side. Here's Williams for three, no good. And Armuchee gets another rebound. Nope, it's going to be picked up by Model. Oh, a little bit of a scrum for it on the floor, and a timeout is going to be called by, of course, the Armuchee Lady Indians. So we will take one as well. 21-17, Model over Armuchee in the girls bracket. Will step out for 30 seconds. Whistle from the officials as play resumes. We have 5:48 left to go here in the third quarter with the Lady Blue Devils on top of the Lady Indians, 21-17. Indians with possession of the ball, though, trying to cut into this Model lead with a quick shot off the inbound pass. Olivia Moses is able to score, and that cuts it to a 2-point game. So Model 21, Armuchee 19. Model with the ball over on the right wing side. They go after crossing the timeline. They're going to feed it up top. Morgan Wood with it. Trying to go into the paint. Ball gets loose. It's picked up by Armuchee. Armuchee has an opportunity here to tie it up, and it's one-on-one underneath the basket off the glass and in for Boswell. So Boswell's basket ties it up. We're at 21 apiece. Model and Armuchee girls bracket game. Model with the ball. Here's a long three-point look. High arcing shot won't go. And we're going to have another tie-up. We've had a lot of jump balls in this game. This time, possession arrow is going to keep the ball with the Model Lady Blue Devils. Feeding it in is going to be Montana Moats in just a moment. And they will get it in now over to the left wing side. Long shot. That one's going to fall. That was a good-looking shot by Montana Moats, who has had the hot hand throughout much of this game. Lady Blue Devils back out to a 3-point, 24-21 lead. Across the timeline goes Chloe Purdy. Purdy feeds it off to the left wing to Boswell. Boswell back up top to Williams. Now to the right wing side they go to Bailey Tomlin. Now working their way in. Ball almost picked up by Model. With it is Boswell, feeds it back off. Now Williams with it, tries to feed it in and get a look underneath the basket. Won't go. Rebound is going to be picked up by Montana Moats. Moats across the timeline. Works her way to the right wing side. Now back up top. Over to the left wing, and a long shot. Going to leave that one short. And there's going to be another tie-up. Possession arrow is going to go with the Armuchee Lady Indians this time. So Lady Blue Devils 24, Lady Indians 21. We have 4:17 left to go in the third quarter. And they will feed it in to Julia Williams. Williams driving off to the right wing side. Across the timeline she goes, feeds it to Chloe Purdy. Purdy now favors that right wing side, gets a nice pick set for her. Here's a shot from up top. Good ball movement by Armuchee, but cannot get the shot to fall. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Model. They'll quickly work it the other way. Here's Madison Moats and puts it up near the low block, no good. Rebound taken by Bailey Tomlin, and here comes Armuchee the other way, all alone and off the glass. Laying it in is Ariana Dozier. Her first basket of the night, and that cuts it to a 1-point game. Model still on top. Long three-point look, no good. 24-23 your score. Model over Armuchee. Ball goes out of bounds. It's staying with Model. Montana Moats to feed it in from the baseline. She gets it out. There's a long look at a three-point shot for Kugler. It won't go. Rebounds taken by Armuchee. Here they come back the other end. Purdy with it across the timeline. Tries to feed it off to Dozier. Kind of got away from her and went out of bounds. So Model's going to get the ball back, leading by 1 point, 24-23. And we're going to have a little bit of a stoppage of play as the official resets and gets ready to toss the ball back as we got a player that's got a equipment issue over here tying her shoe for Armuchee. Julia Williams got to make sure everybody's ready, and then we'll resume play. I didn't see that. I was looking on the other end of the floor trying to figure out what was going on, and I peered back over this way. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. She's got to tie her shoes. Here comes Model across the timeline dribbling Morgan Wood. Now she favors the left wing side, picks up her dribble, has got to have some help, gives it to Montana Moats, who dribbles back to around the timeline, spin move, trying to get around Williams. Williams playing tough defense, and we're going to have a whistle. So the ball is going to be turned over by Model as we get ready for Armuchee to inbound in front of the Model bench. Feeding it in is Chloe Purdy. She gives it to Julia Williams. Williams navigating traffic, feeds it off inside, and there's going to be a whistle on a foul as going up to shoot was Bailey Tomlin, who is now going to be at the charity stripe with an opportunity for her first points of the night. And if she can make this first free throw, we're going to have a tie ball game. 2:52 left third quarter. Here's Tomlin. Shot up. That one's off the back of the iron. As I've mentioned several times, the free throw shooting has been really tough in this game, and it was tough in the game before this in the boys bracket. Tomlin dribbles it pretty hard on the floor, getting ready for this one, puts it up. That one's off the back of the rim, but does fall through. So we had a tie ball game with just under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Model on the other end. Shinholster with it. She's going to feed it off to the left wing side, and Wood, who's now at the low block on the far side. Here's a long three-point look. That one won't go. Rebound is going to be taken by Armuchee. As she hits the deck, Bailey Tomlin grabs it, feeds it off to another teammate. Now Julie Williams has it and will cross the timeline at midcourt. Dribbling off to the right wing side, Williams. Williams now makes her move towards the paint, puts it up. Shot's not good, but she is going to the charity stripe where she is 0 for 2 and looking to get zeroed in for this pair of free throws. She was fouled by Morgan Wood, who just picked up her second foul of the night. Here comes the shot. It is going to be good for Julia Williams. And now the Indians have a 1-point lead, 25-24, after Model has trailed a good portion of this ball game. Here comes Williams with another shot, and that one is good as well. She looked dialed in for those two, looked real comfortable at the charity stripe. So 26-24, Armuchee on top. Model with the ball, Shinholster on the right wing. Ball is going to be stripped away. Now it's in the hands of Dozier. Nope, it's going to be picked off by Ragland. Actually, it was Boswell that had it and had her pocket picked. Montana Moats. Now over to Morgan Wood. Wood over to Ragland. Ragland up top. Is going to feed it off to Wood, who now dribbles towards the left wing side. She's got company, so she's going to feed it off to Montana Moats. Ragland all alone in the corner for three. That one's not going to go. Rebound's going to be taken by Armuchee's Bailey Tomlin. Tomlin will pick up or actually dribble the ball across the timeline. Goes right to the top of the key. Passes it off to the right wing side of Tomlin. Almost picked off. Good heads-up play by Olivia Moses to retain possession for her team. Hard pass over to Williams, is able to handle it just barely. There's the shot up and in for Bailey Tomlin after the pass from Williams. That was a good sequence there for the Armuchee Lady Indians. And it looks like Sally Eccles wants a timeout, so we're going to do the same. Armuchee on top by 4, 28-24 over Model in the girls bracket. We'll be back in 30. All right, we're down to the 122 mark here of the third quarter. We got a good one. Right now, the Lady Indians have battled back and have a 4-point lead, 28-24. When we got to the end of halftime, it was a 2-point game, 19-17. So we've had a good one from start of the game to where we are right now. I got a feeling this one's going to have just an unbelievable finish. Two really good teams battling it out here in the first round. It's a good first-round matchup, no question about it. Into the paint go the Lady Blue Devils, trying to climb back in it. I shouldn't say climb back in it. They're in it, but going to be another tie-up. And the ball is going to stay with Model as they get ready to inbound it. You got Montana Moats, who's standing right near the baseline, and a little bit of conversation going on right now between one of the officials and the scorer's table, and I think we're ready to go. Got things sorted out now. But 28-24, Indians on top. Blue Devils have their bucket picked on a pass in the paint. Julia Williams with it across the timeline, pushing the pace. They get it down low. Shooting is Dozier. Doesn't make the shot, but she is going to go to the charity stripe. So Dozier is going to be at the free throw line shooting 2 after the foul from Montana Moats, and she just picked up her 3rd. So we get ready for Dozier to shoot here momentarily with 56.5 seconds left to go on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. The shot is up, and that one is in. And now we got a 29-24 ball game, 5-point game. With 53 seconds left on the clock across the timeline. Model has got it. Ball stolen away. Good hands by Dozier. She's on the other end, but the defense got back in a hurry. She still made the shot, though. Had 2 players on her and was able to get that one through. 38 seconds left on the clock. Model on the other end of the floor. And they're going to dribble up to the top of the key, give it over to Tamaya Ragland. They'll feed it inside to Ragland, and she puts it up, no good. Rebound's going to be taken by Armuchee. Here's Julia Williams across the timeline, and Armuchee really trying to push the pace. And Model is able to steal the ball away with 18 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. We've just lost our connection again with the radio station. I think we're still good on the video feed, so I'll just keep on going as we try to reconnect to the studio. That's definitely been a frustration tonight, but hopefully we'll have that worked out for tomorrow. But glad you're with us on the broadcast, on the video, hopefully back on the radio in a moment. But nonetheless, Model with the ball, 8 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Model into the paint, shot up, it is no good. Rebounds taken by Armuchee. Williams has got it. Outlet pass down the floor as time expires. And that is going to be the end of your 3rd quarter. Model Lady Blue Devils led it at halftime, but right now the Lady Indians are on top. 31-24, Armuchee over Model. With 8 minutes left to go in this game, we'll step out for 1 minute on WLAQ. Armuchee inbounds the ball, leading at 31-24 as we're now in the final frame of this basketball game. Armuchee puts up a quick shot. That one's going to go high off the rim and knocked out of bounds by Model, so it's going to stay with Armuchee. Your score 15 seconds into the 4th quarter of this basketball game, 31-24 in favor of the home team tonight, playing on their home floor in the 67th annual Christmas tournament. Shot up, it's going to be left short. Another attempt there by Armuchee, no good. Rebound is going to be taken by Madison Moats of Model. And Model works it down the other end of the floor. They feed it off to the right wing side, dribbling in and shooting is going to be Morgan Wood, and finding the basket That'll cut it to a 5-point game, 31-26 is your score here with 7:20 left to go in the contest. Dribbling in is Armuchee's Julia Williams off the glass and in, and she's going to the charity stripe with an and one, a 3-point opportunity here in your fourth quarter after being fouled. By Ansley Kugler, who picked up her second foul. Here's the shot, and it will go. So Williams converts the 3-point play and gives her team an 8-point lead, 34-26. Indians over Blue Devils here in this opening round game in the girls bracket. Here is Moats from way out. Not going to go. Ball went out of bounds, and so Armuchee is getting set to inbound the ball, leading this one by 8 here in just a few moments. Going to have a nightcap for you coming up around 8:30. It'll be the Pepperell and Armuchee boys to close out the evening here from the new Armuchee gym. And Armuchee dribbles across the timeline over to the right wing side. A long look at a three for Dozier. Not going to go. Ball is going to be out of bounds, so going to see Model inbound the ball here from the sidelines on our side of the court, working from left to right in their blue uniforms. So Model needing a basket pretty big, trailing by 8. Here they go into the paint. Kugler is going to put it off the glass and lays it in. So a much-needed basket for the Lady Blue Devils, and now they cut it to 6. Or excuse me, 8, I should say. No, I was right the first time. 6. Williams with the ball, puts it up, no good. But she gets fouled. She's going back to the charity stripe for the Armuchee Lady Indians. So it is 34-28. Armuchee over Model with 6:22, and Armuchee's already taken Model down twice this year in the regular season. Although Armuchee and Model not playing in the same region anymore as Armuchee moved down to Class A before the season. There's the next free throw. That one's no good. Rebound's going to be taken by Montana Moats, and Model's going to work it across the timeline, dribbling to the left side. Nice spin move, kicks it back out for Madison Moats. No look there. Now over to the left wing side is Cole Byrne. She's going to pass it over to Wood. Back up top. Good ball movement from Model. Creates an open look at a three, but not quite zeroed in for that one. And it'll go out of bounds, and now Armuchee gets it, leading by 6, and 6:02 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Inbound pass is going to go to Chloe Purdy. A little bit of pressure from Model there on defense, but they'll drop back. As going across the timeline is Purdy. She'll dribble to the right wing side, picks her up her dribble, passes it away. Dribbling in now is going to be Olivia Moses, and we're going to have another whistle. This is going to be against Model. It looks like we're going to have free throw here from Olivia Moses. Picking up our fourth foul is going to be Madison Moats. So she walks over to talk with Sally Eccles, the head coach of the Lady Blue Devils. First shot's going to be a miss there for Moses. She'll get ready for her next free throw. Substitutions coming to the game. Check it in for Model is going to be Abby Henderson. Shot is up, and that one is going to be good. So now it's a 35-28 game in favor of the Lady Indians with 5:45 left to go in the game. Dribbling is Tamaya Ragland. Ragland's going to feed it out to Wood, who's at the top of the key. Looking for a teammate, gives it back to Ragland, who dribbles in. Great defense from Armuchee here in this second half, no question about it. Not a lot of open looks here for Model. Model with the ball, and we're going to have another tie-up. Possession arrow is going to stay. Actually, it's going to be with Model. So Model will inbound the ball. Here trailing by 7. They feed it in. There's Henderson with a shot off the inbound pass. Won't go. Rebound taken by Armuchee. Picking it up is Williams. She's greeted by Moats. Williams works around the defender across the timeline into the paint and is going to take it in all by herself and makes the basket. 37-28. Armuchee up by 9 with 5:05 left to go. Here's Ragland on the other end. Puts up the shot and drives it home, and we're going to see her at the charity stripe. Tamaya Ragland. So now the score moves to 37-30. as Raglan goes to the free throw line, getting ready to try to convert the good old-fashioned three-point play. Let's see what she'll do. She makes this shot, that'll cut it to a 6-point game. Still anybody's ball game at this point in time, but Armuchee certainly has a lot of momentum here in this second half. That's going to cut it to 6 as she does convert the three-point play on the made free throw. Armuchee is going to get it across the timeline with the ball. Is going to be Purdy, who is going to pass it away to Williams, is at the low block, feeds it back out to Moses. Moses drives in, and she's going to have the ball picked off. With it is Colburn for Model across the timeline over to Montana Moats, who dribbles in. He's going to feed it down to Henderson. Ball is going to be picked off by Armuchee, who keeps it in bounds. Good hands there by Moses for Armuchee, and we're going to have a tie-up, but I think that Armuchee was able to get in a timeout. So we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Armuchee up 37-31 over Model in the girls bracket. We'll step out for a 30. We'll be back. Back from inside the new Armuchee gym here at Armuchee High School, hosting the 67th annual Christmas basketball tournament put on by the Seven Hills Rotary Club as well as the Rome News Tribune. And you lost us on the radio feed again, but I think you're still with us on the video, so we'll just keep going. Nothing like having some technical difficulties and dealing with those on the fly, but we'll be all right. We'll work through it. Armuchee leading this one 37-31 with 4:33 left to go here in the basketball game. So Armuchee is set to inbound the ball and feeding it in, Model is set to inbound the ball. Montana Moats is going to get it in, and now Armuchee steals it. Kylie Boswell's got it. It's going to feed it down low. They get it in the hands of Purdy, who puts up a shot, and it is nothing but net. So Purdy helps Armuchee add to their lead, 39-31. It's an 8-point contest with 4:15 to go. So if Model's going to make a move, it's got to happen quick. Ball stolen away. Good hands there by Olivia Moses, who picks it off, and the ball goes out of bounds on the sidelines on the far side. But it was tipped by one of the Model players, so Armuchee's getting set to inbound in front of their own bench, and we're going to have another timeout, so we'll do the same thing. So 4:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Armuchee 39, Model 31 in the girls bracket. We'll be back in 30. Armuchee into the paint. Shot is up. It is no good. They'll get a second look. This one's going to rattle around the rim and finally go in. So Moses with another basket, having a big night, picking up 12 points so far, and the night is not over yet. Still almost half a quarter to play in this basketball game. Armuchee leads 41-31 with 3:41 left to go here in this final frame. Getting ready for Armuchee to inbound the ball and work it down the floor. Leading it by 10. This has been a big night for the Lady Indians, particularly here in the second half. They trailed by 2 going into the locker room at halftime, and they have come out, made some adjustments, and have really started to take control of this basketball game. Armuchee with the ball. A little bit of pressure there from Model. Chloe Purdy will dribble across the timeline. 3:30. Probably see Armuchee get a little bit more deliberate when they have possession of the basketball. With a 10-point lead at this point in time, try to bleed some of this clock. Nope, they're going right after it. Here's Williams. She'll put it up and in. It was there, so she certainly took it. Now it's a 12-point game. 43-31 your score. 3:10 left to go. Model with the basketball and looking like they're kind of running out of gas, to be honest with you. Going to have another jump ball. We probably got a record for jump balls in a basketball game here tonight. We've seen a bunch of tie-ups. Of course, I would imagine, and I haven't talked to any officials about this, but I bet they're going to be quick on the whistle with that, with social distancing and everything like that and protocols this year. Julia Williams across the timeline. She'll feed it to the right wing side. They get it into Moses. They found something there. She was open for the look. Shot didn't fall, but she got a good look. Now Armuchee steals it away from Model on the other end. They've got it, and they are in big-time control of this basketball game right now. Julia Williams is going to feed it over to Chloe Purdy. Our halftime guest, the principal from Armuchee, Principal Rotimer, he's got to be fired up right now watching this team play. Over on the far side with it is Julia Williams. She'll have her pocket pick. Here comes Moats on the other end, all alone off the glass. Cannot get the layup. And it'll be an empty trip there on the run out from the Model Lady Blue Devils. So 43-31 your score, 12-point lead for Armuchee. Julia Williams is going to pass it away to Chloe Purdy as Armuchee, who's been running a pretty frenetic pace here in the second half, are going to keep it going off the glass and in for Olivia Moses. They're laying it on pretty heavy right now. 45-31 your score, 14-point lead, biggest lead of the night. Shot off the glass, and Model's got quite a drought here late in this game. Coming up with it is Julia Williams. She'll go across the center court stripe, dribbles to the left side, going off that left wing, gets a pick set, feeds it inside. There is another pass off to Owens, who's open for the look and drills it home. Another basket for Owens, who scored 7 points here in this fourth quarter. And overall, she's got 16 points, having a just magnificent game. 47-31. Here's a long three-point look from Model. Can't get that one to go. Having a hard time getting dialed in on the three-point shots. We're going to have wholesale substitutions for Model Lady Blue Devils, as it's now a 16-point deficit here for Model with time waning here in the basketball game. 1:15 left to go here in the game, and obviously Armuchee Lady Indians are in the driver's seat. It looks like they're going to advance to the next round, eliminating Model from this round in the first round. So Armuchee with the ball. They'll feed it to the right wing side. Owens has got it. She's going to feed it to Williams. 57 seconds left on the clock. And the Armuchee Lady Indians want to pile it on. 49-31. This game's in pocket, and they're going after it. 46 seconds left on the clock. Dribbling in. They'll kick it back out. And now a look there for Model. Don't take the shot. Now they'll feed it off to the right wing side over into the corner, and we are going to have a whistle charged against Model. She stepped on either the baseline or the sideline. So Armuchee getting set to inbound the ball. And let me reel off the players out on the floor now for Model while we got a second. You've got Maya Blanton, also Rachel Burkhalter, Julia Shinholster, and then you'll have number 15, Jenna Henderson, as well as Addison Cantrell for Armuchee. Dribbling the ball is going to be Maddie Bray, now into the hands of Kylie Boswell. And make sure you get everybody's names in. Emily McBurnett on the floor. Ball's loose on the floor. Also for Armuchee, you still have Olivia Moses, who's had a big-time second half. Great game overall as well. And here comes Armuchee on the other end after it is stolen away again. Owens with it, or Moses, I should say, with it. And we'll have another stoppage of play. And I'm trying to catch the fifth Armuchee Indian. Oh, yeah, Maggie Duke is out on the floor now. And we're going to see Olivia Moses at the charity stripe here late in this game. She's going to make the free throw. Absolutely no pressure on her right now. Lady Indians lead this one by 19 points. It was a close game through the first half, but it's been all Indians here in the second half for the most part. She'll make the second one to make it a 20-point ball game, put the exclamation point on it, and 4 seconds on the clock. Here's Model on the other end, shot up. It is no good, and that is the end of the ball game. Armuchee advances. Final score 51-31, a 20-point win for the Armuchee Lady Indians there in the first round over the Model Lady Blue Devils. So a fun game there, particularly for Armuchee in that second half. But a lot of fun to have the opportunity to call that game for you here on WLAQ and the live video stream. So with that said, Armuchee wins 51-31 over Model in the girls bracket. We're going to take a break, and I'll take a deep breath, give you the totals when we come back from this game, and start to set the stage for our final game of the night, which is going to be a boys game between Armuchee and Pepperell coming up, and it looks like we are trending right on time. So that should start right around 8:30. So we'll send it back to the studio for about 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll come back for more commentary here in our post game from our second game of the night. We'll be back on WLAQ.